everyone. Today I'm going to read you this story called She's Got This. It was written by Laurie Hernandez, who won a gold medal in the Olympics for gymnastics. One of the little messages inside the front cover of the book that Laurie wants us to remember is, what matters isn't how often you fall, but how often you get back up. It's a good lesson for all of us, grown-ups and kids. So let's hear about this story. I think the character's name is Zoe. I have some special friends who are young gymnasts, and they might really enjoy this. I'm thinking particularly of Charlie and Emma and Juliana. So if they're listening, I hope they enjoy it. Let's see if I can turn the page. Every day before school, Zoe watched the birds perched in the tree outside her bedroom window. She loved the way they hopped and balanced on the branches. She loved the way they flew. As she ate her morning cereal, something on TV caught Zoe's eye. A gymnast was dancing along a beam, flipping and spinning and landing with her arms out, flying for real. Zoe wanted to do that too. So her dad took her shopping for a leotard, and her mom drove her to her first gymnastics class. Zoe's so excited to go in, she's barely able to hold on to her mom's hand there. Zoe loved stretching, tumbling, and swinging on the bars. Her favorite thing of all was the balance beam. Zoe learned to turn and to jump light as a bird on a branch. Other kids in class wobbled, but not Zoe. Sounds like Zoe has a real gift. Soon, Zoe was ready to fly, just like the gymnast on TV. She stood on the end of the beam and gripped it with her toes. She lifted her arms, then she leaped. For a moment, Zoe flew. Wow, that looks exciting, doesn't it? Then she hit the mat with a thump. Zoe's knee hurt, her shoulder hurt, her head hurt, and inside, her heart hurt too. That night, Zoe told her parents she didn't want to go back to gymnastics class. Because you fell? Her dad asked. When you were learning to walk, you'd fall down and get right back up. But Zoe didn't remember learning to walk. She did remember hitting the mat with a thump. One time I fell running a race, her older brother said. Then I picked myself up. You can't let a fall make you quit. But Zoe's brother was big and she was little. I fall all the time in karate, her older sister told Zoe. That's part of what we do. Learn to fall without getting hurt. But falling had hurt Zoe. Zoe didn't want to fall again. Let's go out, Zoe's mom said. Go out? Asked her dad. Why? To celebrate, said her mom. Celebration meant ice cream with hot fudge and sprinkles. Sounds good to me. What are we celebrating? Asked Zoe's brother. Zoe's first fall, said Zoe's mom. It's good news. How is falling good news? Each fall makes you better, Zoe's mom told her. Now you have to try again. Maybe you'll fall, but maybe not. You won't know unless you try. A tiny bird soared over Zoe's head. The next week, Zoe went back to gymnastics. She did somersaults and cartwheels, she turned flips, and she danced along the beam. Sometimes she fell off, But every time she did, she got right back on. After several weeks, Zoe's class put on a show for all of the families. When it was Zoe's turn, she hopped onto the beam. She paused, lifted her arms and her chin. Her parents smiled and her brother and sister cheered. Her coach nodded. I like the sign. Go, Zoe. Zoe breathed deeply. In a minute, she would jump into the air. She didn't know if she would fall or if she would land safely. But she knew one thing. She was ready to fly. The end. Oh my goodness, I love that story. So many things about it. But let me first read you, if you'd like to stay for this part, a little message from Laurie at the end of the book. It says, as a gymnast, I've fallen more times than I can count. At first, every fall felt like a failure. I thought it meant that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't meant to be a competitive athlete. Then I realized that falling is how you learn. What matters isn't how often you fall, but how often you get back up. Even as an Olympian, I still feel scared when I try something new, inside or outside the gym. But I never let fear hold me back, and neither should you, because no matter what your dreams are, they're worth all the falls in the world. Eventually, you'll fly. You've got this. Love, Laurie. What a beautiful message from Laurie. There was one other thing about this story that I wanted to point out that I think is so important and really lovely about Laurie's family. They all really encouraged her, but the fact that her mom decided that they should celebrate Laurie's first fall was such a positive way to look at a situation that Laurie thought was kind of awful. So it reminds me that we all have an opportunity when something happens that we aren't happy about to feel sad about it if it makes us feel sad, but then to think about the possibility of looking at it a different way. And that's what Laurie's mom did. With that kind of support, I'm not surprised she went on to win an Olympic gold medal. Anyhow, I hope you love this story as much as I did, and I hope you follow your dreams, and I hope most of all, if you fall down, you get back up, brush yourself off, and try again. Have a great day. Come back soon because I really love reading to you guys.